who's your ideal fit right now to be, I don't know, a plug anywhere on this team?
So there's a couple, and I'm going to go to Nashville for both. And there's two players that I think about that can really help here. The cap is the cap, right? Like I'm just doing if you can make the money work, have at it. Even though, as we just talked about, Gritsuk is a real nice player and looks good in that top six role. If you're going to make noise for the Stanley Cup this year, and already the Devils have one of the teams that have distinguished themselves as being a contender, I would wonder about Philip Forsberg. I know everyone revolves around Steven Stamkos and what happens there, or maybe Jonathan Marchessault and what happens there with the Nashville Predators. I don't know that at this point in his career, Philip Forsberg wants to go through any kind of rebuild. Um, so perhaps if that's the direction Nashville goes, I can see Philip Forsberg. And the other, I'll frame one very specific way. So I remember having a conversation with Bobby Holik when he played with, he was retired. He finished with Atlanta. And we're talking about his career and winning quite successful and winning Stanley Cups with the New Jersey Devils, and then signing that massive deal. Mike Gillis was the agent, that massive deal with the New York Rangers. And I remember asking him, I said, "How come it worked out with New Jersey and you, and it didn't work out with the New York Rangers?" And he said, "Jeff, it's really simple. If Bobby Holik is your third line center, we're going to win the Stanley Cup. But if Bobby Holik is your first line center, we're not going to win the Stanley Cup." And I kind of get the same vibe about Ryan O'Reilly. If Ryan O'Reilly is your third line center, man, you might win the Stanley Cup. If Ryan O'Reilly is your first line center, you're not going to win the Stanley Cup. So those would be the two that I would circle. If I'm just playing sort of fantasy general manager, let's plug and play. What does Sheldon Keefe need here? Those would be the ones that I would circle here.